Welcome to my balcony garden. I'm so excited to show you all the stuff that I planted and the concept of it. So this is one of my balconies. I have two. This is the sunny balcony. It's located towards east with morning sun. And the goal here is really to get the most out of space, grow as much food as I can, and herbs and medicinal stuff, but also nice flowers that smell nice and look pretty. And then I have like my seating area, this nice couch here where my space is, which I'm so far not giving up okay, for the plants. There's still some space for me. And because the sun is coming up here in summer and it gets really hot, I want to grow, or I'm planning to grow stuff that grows vertically. It's also better use for the space. And then that will provide some shade. Here in the back I am also using the space vertically with pole beans growing up and this beautiful flower that is also climbing variety. Then on this side there's a little bit more shade than up here. Here's the prime real estate for sunny things. It's very crowded that way. But on this end I planted peas, which prefer not as much sun and not that much heat. They will also get harvested around July, I believe, because afterwards it's also going to get a bit too hot for them. Then I will replant them later in the summer for early fall. Here I added some leveraged or some height so we can use more of the sun, and I used here this one. There's 4 pole beans. This is gonna get a tower growing up. Then I have here 6 pole beans growing up here, as I said, and I try to use as much different varieties as possible to experiment, to see which one grows better, which one tastes better, and just to see a bit of different varieties. Then I have here a sunflower with different flowers planted. Here it's a dahlia, if I remember correctly. Another dahlia here. Then here we have some snack cucumbers, which are also going to grow vertically, like this lemon snack cucumbers, which is going to be interesting. Here I also have a snack cucumber cucamelon, they look like little watermelons, but it's not ideally located. Because as you can see, the sun doesn't reach it here, so I need to find something also to levitate it and get more sun. Yeah, and then I have this raised bed where I got to have enough depth of at least 40 centimeters to be able to grow vegetables. Here currently I'm doing this massive tomato, which loves it here. Just would love to take over the whole bed. But I also planted some radishes and carrots. Mistakes were made, I'm going to show you later why. And some herbs and stuff. Then in between I tried to plant a lot of strawberries as well, because it's always nice to have strawberries to snack. Just imagine I'm chilling here and have some strawberries. I will do a separate one with all the flowers I planted and why and what the progress is of it, but I planted a lot. It really escalated. I forbid myself now to buy anything more than I already have. Of course, some herbs, some rosemary, some sage, some fresh oregano, and then this beauty here, lemon verbena. Very healthy, medicinal, and extremely fragrant herb that can be used for tea. I like to drink it in the evening. If you cut it back and then dry it, but you can also use some fresh leaves. A few leaves actually really go a long way, I realized. But yeah, even if when I was just planting a few days here before something and I was just going here, it's just like this aroma coming from it. Beautiful. So now let me show you the raised bed in detail. We have the 2 tomatoes that I planted here and here. There's different varieties. I need to even go a bit back so you can see the absolute monster that it become. I love it. It's just like it grows bigger and bigger. And yeah, and this one, different varieties. Then marigolds, these are important. They have like this smell that keeps the insects away that you don't want. Here's some, I think this is a calendula that I planted. And then here I did rows. Let me show you. I did rows of radishes and carrots, and mistakes were made, as you can see, because the plan was to alternate between radishes and carrots in rows, and now I have radish, carrot, 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 radish, 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 radish. Some mistakes were made here, but we're still learning. Now the radishes are growing quite well. Maybe let me tell you why there's why you're supposed, why the plan is to grow radishes next to carrots, alternating, because radishes grow much quicker than carrots. Carrots actually take quite a while to grow, so you want to grow the radishes, and then by the time you harvest them, the carrots will have more space. That was the plan. But yeah, we're learning. We're still learning. But now, what is, as you can see, I have all these radishes very close by, which is nice. Most of them grew. Here we have some lost ones. That one got stuck. It's not growing. But they're very close by, I need to start to do what's called thinning, which is like take the weakers in between out so that there's enough space for the strong ones to grow. That will be soon, very soon, as you can see, because like they're about to get ready. And I'll show you when I do it. And then something other that I learned, as most of you know, probably you always want to you try to plant basil close to the tomato because they go well hand in hand. They're great companion plants. I did that here as well, but now the tomato plants, they got so big. Throwing shade on my basil, which is not optimal. So my learning, next time I'll try to plant them in front of the tomato, or give them more space or something. Yeah, and then here in front, if you're wondering what that is like some herb that I planted, which is like some onion herb. I'll check what the name properly is. Then here are the peas. As you can see, they're doing very well. This one is nasturtium, that flower that is edible and helps keeping the the insects that you don't want away. And what's so cute about them is like they're climbing, and they have like these little arms that then starts grabbing onto the trellis, and I think it's such the cutest. Here you can see it's ready to start finding something to hold on. I made this trellis myself. It's actually super easy. It's just bamboo stick and some rope. Then, as for the pole beans, they are growing up very big. I have them use the space behind the couch. I planted 6 a few weeks ago, but the one in the back didn't sprout. So I planted a new one, and it is. Can you see it? Hello, it is about to pop out. It's the variety, it's like a purple pole bean, which I already have here, which grew like all the way up already here. There's like 3 different varieties in this pot, 2 of each. I'm probably gonna pull this container a bit further up so the back here, they have more sun, as you can see, because the shade is coming in earlier. And pole beans really love a lot of sun. What I find interesting is that, like I said, I planted all of them more or less the same. And this one is actually the one that sprouted first. But now it's just kind of chilling. It hasn't moved that much since like 2 weeks or so, while others just exploded. So yeah, it's interesting to see. Then I have one more container, a grow bag, where I planted 4 more pole beans. So this is the other pole beans container, the grow bag. I planted those much later than the other ones, but they're already growing so fast. Here, another nasturtium, some strawberries, some flowers in between, and yeah, they're growing so fast. I think what's so cute is you can see here, this is like where the bean was in, like, because you actually plant the literal bean, and then it starts shooting down roots, and then a leaf up that comes out, and then it just kind of, here's the shell that it left behind now, the bean shell that it grew in before, and they grow extremely fast. So in here I actually did like a seed mix of herbs, like herb mix. It's called kitchen herb mix. So I don't exactly know what's growing, and I've planted this, or I planted the seeds like over a month ago, and I was worried it didn't work because for the longest time nothing happened. But now some stuff has sprouted, so I'm curious what it's gonna be. Something that I find very cute is with, like, you can see it here, they carry like for a very long time, sometimes the seed like a hat. And this is the balcony garden. I hope you liked it so far. I'm really excited to grow it, to show it, and I'm really curious how everything's gonna turn out. Like I mentioned, I planted a lot of seeds as well. I just started sprinkling flowers everywhere. Now there's like some signs showing it up, and I'm pretty sure that in a few weeks, actually, if at all, like when the heat is coming, this will just grow immensely, going upwards, being colorful, being full, fragrant snacks, veggies, just going to be beautiful. I'm going to be happy to share about it, and I'll make some more detailed videos on each of the plants and its progress, because it's just fascinating to watch. Let me know if there's anything you would like to see, and I'll be happy to include it.